Francis, you're joining us up on Capitol Hill for Lobby Day tomorrow. We really appreciate that. Take Back Our Republic is so effective in so many ways, but particularly at opening doors for our Republican friends who are with us in spirit, but sometimes haven't heard the argument coming from their Republican friends for our work. You're doing that every day, you and John Pudner and all the great folks at Take Back. What comes next for you? What are you looking forward to in terms of whether Fix It America or other approaches in the coming months, and how can people help?
Well, thank you. And I really want to thank everyone. Everyone's been very, very receptive to our organization and what we're trying to do. And one of the things that's kind of unique about Take Back, we started just under 3 years ago, or I should say just over 3 years ago. And in that time, we've been able to expand to the 48 states. We have state coordinators in the 48 contiguous states within the country, which is saying a lot for only being an organization that's only been in existence for about a little over 3 years. And one of the things that's kind of helped us do that, Vicki Barnes from Minnesota, who's still here, I think.
Where's Vicki? There she is.
Okay.
The award-winning Vicki Barnes.
Well, yeah. Oh, there she is. Yes. Now, Vicki is the state coordinator for American Promise. And when we were, looking and we were talking through, your offices and so forth, and got the connection there, we had started a conversation, and she's come on board as our state coordinator in the state of Minnesota. So, which kind of shows that we're working together. Even though we have, there's a message that American Promise is giving, there's a message that Take Back Our Republic is giving. But it just shows that we could work together. And using that model, we've been able to expand the organization across the country. And that's the important thing. When we go back, you have to expand at the base, and the base is back home at the states. We need everyone, to go out. You have to be a surrogate for this, whether I don't care the different events you go to, town hall meetings, speak on it. If you have the opportunity, to speak to the press, give your ideas to the press, whatever we can do to get the message out. And the next thing is we need to start bringing in new people. You have your neighbors, church associates and so forth. They may not be of the same political persuasion, but I guarantee you they want common sense approaches to the problems that we're trying to do here. And as I said, they may not be of the same political persuasion, but I guarantee you a lot of them have common sense and will get on board. And that's what we found out with Take Back. That's why we have not only Republicans, but we also have Democrats, because we've kind of come at this as a common sense approach to this problem, and we're bringing more on. And as we go along, we work, one of the things that we worked with, Steve, and also in what they were doing in New Mexico just shows that we can bring the different groups together to work on the same issues. Take Back is going to continue working on these issues. One of the next things that we're going to tackle is the ranked choice voting in the different areas, to bring that to areas that hasn't been talked about before, the gerrymandering issues. So we're working on a whole host of issues that are coming up in the future, but the key is you have to start locally. You have to get the people that we know involved at home. That's where it's going to grow. If we don't grow it there, it's not going to grow. It doesn't grow to Media Day, or not Media Day, but the Day on the Hill tomorrow is going to be great. We're talking to our senators and congressmen. But how they work, it goes to staff. Staff goes back and says, how's this playing in my district? If we're not making noise in that district, they're going to come back and say, we're not hearing much about it, and that's where it's going to stop. So we have to make sure that our elected officials understand that this is a growing movement, and we have presence in all the areas, in all the states and the counties, all the political organizations that are there. They support this, and that message has to get to the staff, who that's how these things are done, and that's how people on Capitol Hill move.